everyone, it's Caroline. Thanks for joining me today. I'm doing a quick project, a quick art project. I've been having so much fun here at night with my paint and scraps. I have a lot of scraps, as we all do. So I'm just taking a few of them here on my desk. I've been making some fun painty, scrappy, graffiti-like cards. And I'm still in the process of finishing them, but what I did was, this is going to be a postcard. I still need to put a little bit of a varnish or a sealer on here, and I will be mailing this out, but this is what I want to do. So I thought I would come over, and this is morning time before my day gets started. I thought it would be fun if you don't have a lot of time, but you still want to get something done. I don't know if this project or this time with you today will result in a finished project, but I thought it'd be fun to try. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, with no rhyme and no reason, I'm going to start gluing this down here. I hope you're all having a great week. No rhyme, no reason. Collage yourself into some joyful, creative time. This is what I do. I bounce around from project to project. I was commenting on a friend's channel, and I said that I love the pretty, vintage, shabby, sweet look, but I also love the colorful and graffiti-like, the bright. I love all those looks. I love them both. They just do something different. They fulfill certain feelings. So all I'm doing right now is I'm collaging. I think the only thing I'm doing right now is lining up my edges at the bottom or around the perimeter, if I can. This is all going to be covered up, and it's all about the layers. Some is heavier cardstock. This is cardstock. Oh, and I'm also going to be using, this was in Happy Mail from Colleen, and it was a snippet roll. This is exactly how it came. Now, part of the back of it came off, so I just took the rest of it off. Using Happy Mail, and I think the whole key here is not to be afraid to use what you have. I have a fold in there. That's okay. I'm just having so much fun doing this, and that's what it's all about. This was a recent inspiration on my own scrappy storage book, my master board. Filling in gaps. You don't have to have a plan. Just have to be free. Does not make sense. It doesn't go together, but you know what? Let's see what it looks like in the end. So you can turn it into ephemera or something interesting other than a collage. From the original pile, I have these little pieces left, and I think that's great. I have an assorted arrangement of colors, and they are not in any particular. Some of them are here because, like, this one here is almost empty. And I have some fluorescents in the dollar store, mostly. Some of them are quite old. And I also have some old sponges that I'm using. I have gloves on because I'm going to be using this hand, and we are heading out, so. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start stenciling. I have this circle one. I don't have a lot of them. I'm going to use the rest of this magazine as my palette. Over. I have no idea what it's going to look like, which I love the surprise at the end. And then you can turn your page around. This is nothing new. I'm going to use up the paint that's I've already put out. Try some circles. And you can take your time and do this very slowly and very planned out if you like. I do this to share my, and use some bright paint, my procedure, my way of doing it. This is bright pink, but it's a very thin paint. Bright and fluorescent, and it has some spots there. That one is really messed up, and it's not for the definition that I'm doing this. And my little drop paper as my extra, just so I don't waste the paint. And this fluorescent, the neon, it's actually neon, but it's very watery. And some of this Key West. I loved this color. I'm going to start dipping into my blues, my greens. Yes, a lot of paint came out on, I probably didn't need all of that. I'm going to try and get the colors that are, or the areas that I haven't used, that I haven't reached yet. That is cool. So fun. Now, a lot of people do this layering. I've done layering inspired by so many creative artists. I've done it with my graffiti receipts. I've done it in my masterboard scrappy storage book. And I wanted to do it on something larger. This is not an opaque. It's very translucent, so it doesn't sit too strongly on there. I don't know how to describe that. It's just very, very transparent, very translucent. But I think it just adds anyway, adds to it. I really like that yellow strip of cardstock that I used. That was that is interesting. And not everything has to be covered, but I do want to try and change it up. I'm going to let that dry. Sometimes this turns out just as nice. Some from yesterday when I did this, or last night. So this is what it looks like at this stage. I'm going to keep going. This was yesterday's. Now, these were things that I put on at the very end. I just kept doodling and mark making on top, and if you look really close, you can see there's some numbers here. I did use my Stabilo. This one is going to be, this is the one I'm working on, and then this is one I haven't done anything yet. And I also used some silver of the liquid pearls. I'll use this color. I'm going to continue using this sponge. I'll move my water. I think I'll look for some areas here that have some white space. A couple random spots. And I didn't look too hard to see where it would land. I think I'll do one in another corner. How about right there? Using what I have, that is enough for me for the number 3. So I'm going to put this over here, and once again, I don't want to waste. Something else that I could use, and I think I did add a little bit, was some of my alcohol inks. I only have a couple of them. I have this one, which is, oh gee, this is Rose, and then this one is Baja Blue. I'm going to try some of this one. I don't even know what it's going to do, but let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's fun. Let it drip. This is about experimenting and having no fear. I don't know what it's going to look. I'm doing it on the edge. Let it take a few little twists and turns. But then if you want to, I can flip it over and let it absorb like that. I can also just do a little bit of I'm not squeezing on the bottle very much, and it's just giving me a few little marks. That is really fun. I did not do that yesterday. I'm just doing it now. Equal opportunity. Oh, I like the pink in the corner. What if I cross with that one? Oh yeah, see where it's showing up? I love that. I love it. I'm going to dry this a little bit. I'm going to practice. I'm going to try these dots, or I'm just going to do some writing. I think I'll just do some hearts. I don't want it puffy, so I'll take my part of my drop paper and I'll just go over it. It might smear. It did smear, and that's fine. All part of the graffiti look. I can use some of this silver. Okay, so if you don't like that, this can be covered up. And I'm not really happy with that, so I'm going to put some white paint, art stencil, but it has flowers in it, so I think what I'll do is I'll try to, this could be a big mistake. It might work, it might not work. Not really. No, that didn't do it either. It's not defined enough, so I might have to do some doodles on that. I'm using my acrylic marker and I'm making some flowers where I don't like the look. I think there's always a way to sort of overcome the things that don't turn out the way you like them. It's wild, it's crazy, and I love it. I'm dragging this a lot more than before. Going ahead and making my postcards and whatever's left over. So that's 4 by 6, 4 by 6. So there's 6 inches. 6, oh, it's a little bit over, but that's okay. By 4. And I'm going to see what that looks like. I'm going to cut it this way. Oh, the flower got saved on this one. Oh, this one too. And hello, but the O got cut off, but that's okay. That's kind of fun. It's a graffiti thing. And to finish it off, to give you just a fun idea of finishing this off, I could add this. And I can sew around this. So I will glue that on, and I'm going to use the little painty paper that I had yesterday on the magazine, and I think that works out nicely with the colors. Here's a fun postcard. You can embellish this as much as you like. I like it like this. I added a little bit on my finger, some gesso, and I just went around and rubbed in a little. And I will put the postcard markings on the back, and I'll send this off. I'm going to seal it. In the meantime, here are some fun cards. You can make them into tags or journaling cards, or even cut them down and make them into ATCs. And here's a couple more postcards to embellish and get ready. I thought this was so fun and I wanted to share it with you. Have fun using your scraps and paints and mark making items. Always stay adventurous and be fresh. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.